And that's just like that. There by Nobile, and Diaz is there to end. Second point of this championship match here under the lights, and that one's going to go the way. Some teams come out super hot, some teams a little slower. One thing is these players know. But let's see if Rafa can do it here in her. Rafa serves up, forehand return there by DAINA. DAINA lets that one. Touch play, sending Diaz to the back by Nobile. Now it's Nobile trying to go back. So early two games here for Diaz and Miller. They're out taking the early lead in this women's championship. We were live first set action. Serve is up, forehand by Miller. Returns it, getting pushed back. There's DAINA with the windmill down the center. Diaz is there to answer. Oh, and that's a beautiful flip by... Serve up, Diaz on the backhand side return. Now going high. Getting pushed back to the baseline, but able to answer. DAINA is there. DAINA now, once again, putting up high over to Miller. Miller, forehand dish by Nobile, able to get a play on it. And at 30-15, serve is up. There's Diaz. Diaz getting stretched back, going in for the put away. And Patty Diaz. Even though we have a lot of beach tennis left to go here, but... And that's just like that. Feminina DAINA as Nobile serves it up. Forehand return there by Miller. Diaz. Nobile serves up. Backhand side return there by Miller. Miller now watching the ball closely as that one sails out. Games and the atmosphere here, trying to see what they want to do. Here we have a nice exchange. Touch play around the net as Rafa goes up, switches over. Diaz covering her partner on the left side now. From her knees. Miller keeps it in. And Nicole Nobile serving it up. They're going to try to extend that lead to 2 games, but not with Feminina DAINA. Serve up. Miller down the middle. There's Diaz getting stretched backwards. That one's going to have won the last 2 games. Pushing back is DAINA. Oh, yeah. 3 in a row. DAINA on the forehand side return. Now going from the middle. Crossing over is Nobile. There's DAINA in for the kill. Oh, she was in position. She knew she had. Miller still break opportunity, though, for DAINA and Nobile. This time, yes, and Miller knew as high as number 1. Nice angle return there by Miller. DAINA now to the center. Oh, look at that. Smart. At love 15, serve is up. Now Nobile taking it up high. Nobile back to Miller. Windmill crossing over is Nobile. Now from the middle is Miller. Once again, Miller now going high, pressing Nobile to the backcourt. Nobile trying to get back in position. Doesn't need to because... DAINA now. Love 30. Yes, and that's Rafa Miller putting it down with some of Miller and Diaz. Diaz on the backhand side return. Now taking up high is Miller. Is once again trying to send Nobile to the back court. And that one's going to be out. Serve in on the forehand side return there by DAINA. DAINA now over to Nobile. Miller in on the action. There's Diaz on the angle. Crossing over. Look at the movement I was talking about. As the serve is up. Backhand side return by Nobile. Nobile goes in for the kill. Able to keep it back in play. Serve is up, down the middle. Nobile able to answer back. There's DAINA. DAINA, a little flipper with the wrist. Saved back in by Miller with quick hands, but Nobile's there. Serve is up. Forehand return there by DAINA. Windmill by Diaz. Diaz now back in position. Diaz is all over the place here. DAINA putting it up way high. Miller's there to answer. DAINA there for the put away, but saved back by Miller, but that's going to sail wide. Diaz serves it up. Miller on the, or DAINA rather, on the forehand side return. Now off the angle. And Miller with a beautiful answer. Diaz and Miller. Backhand side return by Nobile. Nobile taking it up high. That's going to sail out. Diaz. So DIAZ and NOBILE just trying to stay alive here in the first set. Backs against the wall. What are they going to do? Saved back in there by Miller. Miller going up high. There's DIAZ down the middle. DIAZ able to get a paddle back on it. DIAZ is there to answer. DIAZ pushing to the angle. And NOBILE lets that one serve up. This time over to Miller on the backhand side return. Miller getting stretched to the backcourt. There's NOBILE trying to put it away. DIAZ is there to answer. Quick hands there by NOBILE. NOBILE a little out of position. Yes, and that is just such a heads-up play by Patrice. Yes, DIAZ makes quick players to announce because you just never know what she's going to do. She's all over the place. Very exciting to watch. Got a nice one here. NOBILE on the corner. NOBILE trying to put it away. Yes, and NOBILE now makes DIAZ pay for the first set. We shall see here. This one goes high over to DIAZ. DINA's there. NOBILE chopping it. No, it's out. It's wide. NOBILE can't believe it. She wants a ruling. We're back in action here in the second set with NOBILE and DINA. Serves up, backhand return there by DINA. NOBILE, little chop. Shallow touch play down the net. She's carrying at 40 all. The next point wins in the game. Other than that, it's regular tennis set scoring. Just cross angles. And it's all about it's a big chess match. At this tournament in Brasilia. She won last year with Sofia Chamati. But some poor results earlier this season between her and Chamati. They decided to break. Service up. Backhand side return by Miller. Now going up high. DIAZ getting challenged. DIAZ wisely lets that one go. NOBILE service up. Forehand return there by DIAZ. Miller taking it up high, trying to push DINA back. DINA just sends it up high, trying to get back in position in time, and she's able to do it. NOBILE there. And that's a perfect example of why as the serve is up. DIAZ is there on the forehand side return. DIAZ locking into it on the windmill. Saved back by NOBILE. Now DINA crossing over. She goes for the put away. Instead just goes a little more conservative and keeps it in play. Nice angle there by DIAZ, but look at this. They climb back. DIAZ serves it up. Answer back by NOBILE on the return. DINA there from the middle. Miller. Serve up. Backhand side return there by NOBILE. DINA, a little touch dropper down the center. Going to their angle is Miller. She's able to get it there this time. Now Miller getting pushed back. NOBILE locking in. Able to keep the ball back in play. From the center, DIAZ is going over to her favorite angle. That's a shot that DIAZ loves. She loves to serve is up. Answer back by NOBILE. NOBILE now taking it up high, forcing DIAZ back, but she's able to get to it. She's so speedy, she's able to cover that court. Oh, dug out there by DIAZ on a beautiful defensive play. We're still going. Oh, and Rafa Miller. DIAZ serving it up at 30-15, taking it up high. Yes, DINA finishes that one off. This would be a really nice break here early. Oh, no! NOBILE went up for it, but it was too high. Here we go. Backhand return there by DIAZ. DIAZ takes it back to DINA on the shallow dish. Over on the angle, sends Miller to the side. There's DIAZ digging it out from the forecourt. Down in the sand goes DIAZ, able to get back up on her feet. Down in the sand goes DIAZ once again. This is why we love her. She goes down in the sand, gets back up on her feet. Look at the angle, Feminina DINA. At 30, Love. Trying to hold serve here. She knew it. She knew it as soon as she hit it. NOBILE going in, trying to put it down to the base. The first, where DIAZ and Miller started up Love 3, and then DINA and NOBILE came back and tied it up at 3-all. In the meantime, we've still got our video, so trying to hold serve and keep this match close in the second set. NOBILE serving it up at Love 15, taking it up high. There's Miller locking in on it with the half windmill down the center. DINA able to answer. Friendly bounce there for NOBILE. Serve up and in. Backhand side return there by Miller. DIAZ now on the action. Little ankle play down in the sand goes Miller. Oh, look at this. Patty DIAZ back up on her feet. This is what we were talking about. Oh, and NOBILE. Can she hold serve? It's been a server's battle here in the second set. There we go. Serve up. Back inside return there by Nobile. DAINA there. Taking it up high. Stretching is DIAZ. DIAZ! Serve up down the middle. DAINA there to answer. DAINA taking it up high. Miller there. Thought about crossing over was DIAZ, but she gets back into position. Gets a pass. So DAINA trying to hold serve here and tie this one up at 4 games apiece. It's been that server's game. Haven't seen a lot of breaks here in this second set. Feminina, DAINA putting it down strong. Serve up, forehand return there by Miller. Miller now, a little windmill. Take back in there by Nobile. And DIAZ is there to answer. Serve up, forehand return there by DIAZ. There's Miller taking it up high, stretching Feminina back, but Feminina is there to answer. Back in position now. There's Feminina on the put-away attempt. DIAZ able to easily get that one back in. This is all Feminina DAINA so far. Now Nobile getting in on the action. That's going to sail long. Serve up. Return back in there by Miller. Miller now taking it up high again over to DAINA. DAINA able to buy some time with the lob. And there we go. She pushed down the middle. Backhand return by DIAZ. DIAZ is there. Oh, and DIAZ. Moment. What the players do. Yes! And they get the break right when they... Service up, forehand return there by DAINA. Now Nobile trying to put it away. DIAZ is there to answer. Miller on the backhand side flip. Yes, friendly bounce off the net for DAINA. Little chopper back out, friendly bounce off the net, able to save back in. DAINA able to keep it there. Nobile gets a paddle on it, but it's right now. Serve is up, backhand side return, up high. Nobile able to save it. It's all over! DIAZ and Miller have done it here in Brasilia. The momentum continues.